All right. Hey, welcome. It's Brian G. Johnson, and it's our Friday live stream. Really great to be here. Excited to be with you and to share some ideas about YouTube growth, whether that means live streaming, whether it means uploading videos, whether you're a gamer. I can see we are live. The lighting is a little... Let's do this. There we go. Hey, what's up? There we go. Welcome. Good to see you guys. Nice to have you here. Let me do this. I'm going to get a little bit more light in here. There we go. Let's see if that's a little bit better. A little bit better. It is great to have you here. If you can do me a favor, if you were on the other live stream that didn't work again, so challenging. I don't know why that happens, but we'll figure it out. Share with some of your friends. Maybe share this live stream, the proper live stream, in the Tube Ritual Facebook group. I would really appreciate it. I am super excited today to talk about YouTube, to talk about the process of growth, try to figure out this thing. I see we got a lot of cool people in the house. Gord, I saw you in... Yes, Gord is in the house. And who else? The Dutch Raptor. Welcome. Good to see you. And Beanie Draws, you made it over here as well. Ben McFuzzylugs, welcome. Good to see you guys. I think the audio's better this time, isn't it? There's no more crackling. You know what? Here's what's up. You know, being a YouTube creator, there is absolutely so much to learn. And for a lot of people, it stops them. They're fearful of not being perfect. They're fearful of coming across in a way that isn't like, wow, what are people going to think? They're going to judge me. What if this doesn't work and whatnot? But if you just keep at it, yeah. So it sounds pretty good. How do I stay motivated with YouTube? Chia, for me, it's really about trying to find the pleasure. You know, I think that really begins. How do you stay motivated? Let me do this. I'm going to open a tab over here. So we're streaming great. I see the comments. Yeah, I don't know why that is. That's so weird. The video, I just don't like, what the frick? Oh my gosh, the audio's good, and what's with the video? Driving me nuts. Why doesn't TubeBuddy optimize my videos? Here's the thing, plan with me. You know, optimization is really based on a number of factors. One of them is audience retention. You can have all the right SEO keywords and whatnot, but if you don't have solid retention, it's really challenging. And I just don't know. I don't know why the video looks so funny. But, you know, what are you going to do? So anyway, we're going to hang out. We're going to spend some time. We'll look at some channels today. Yeah, why am I gray like that? Let's just see here if I click some things around. No, that's not it. Video. Let's go to display capture. Let's move that up and see if I can... transition to that, and then come back to video, and it's still, what is up? Restore defaults. There we go. That looks a lot better. And then let's go to widescreen, but not that wide. Give me a second, guys. There we go. That's looking better. Hey, okay, we're getting there. Let's go back to display and then back to video and see if that, come on. Give me 1 second, guys. This video picture is driving me nuts. I fixed it, but now I just need to size it right. And we're almost there, looking pretty good. Are you guys ready? I took my makeup off. Are you, I don't know. Hey, how's that? Voila. So, yeah, there you have it. And again, we just did a little troubleshooting. And I think we had somehow the saturation was way turned up and all the things, no more glow. So, gang, I want to know first off, let's just sound off. What have you been doing to grow your channel in the last week? Have you published a video? If you've published a video, I'm curious, how many videos have you published in the last 7 days? Leave it in the chat and let's see what's happening. Hey, Chia says, congrats on 21,000. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Bam. Very large number of support. Yeah, pretty awesome. Much better. I have better. Boom, done. Sexy, beautiful. Yeah, sexy. Oh, yeah. So it sounds better? I can't hear myself. I mean, I could, but that would just be weird. Are those staticky pops gone? And if so, do you want to know what it was? Do you want to know what the culprit was? Hey, Christy, it's nice to see you back. Welcome. Me and these curls in the house. Curls publish 2 videos. Every Man Tech, 3 videos. Kepatia, 1 video. 5 videos. Wow, amazing. 9 videos. Amazing. None. How many for Chia? Chia was asking, how many videos have you published? Chiba Gaming, you were asking about staying motivated. Super Cool Gaming, 3 videos in 7 days. Grandpa's Place, wow, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. And I feel good about the fact that we fixed the video picture. Here's what's up. The audio sounds amazing. When I first set up OBS, 4 videos, Elisa, that is amazing. Alex in the house. When I set up OBS, I kind of added all the bells and whistles, and I learned a lot. I'm thinking of actually making a few videos about what I've learned when it comes to setting up OBS. You don't want to do that. Anytime, for me anyway, anytime I start with a new project, I keep it very, very simple. When I uploaded my first video, gang, hang on, check this out. We have to move this. Let me see all the things we got. One of those. We got erasers. There's a knife. There's a poodle. Hey, poodle. I don't see my. Oh, I know where it is. Now I want to see it, and I don't see it. Dang it all. This isn't quite it, but we'll use this as a prop. Grandpa's Place. Show some love for Grandpa's Place. Coming out with the $5 holla right off the bat, and then we're just moving things around again. Thank you so much again, Grandpa's Place. When I started on YouTube, I had a flip camcorder. Let's pretend that this iPhone 4S is actually a flip camcorder, and I would record videos on my flip. It had a little USB. I would pop it out, and I uploaded it straight to YouTube. I didn't do any editing. They were very raw. People were saying, you should do this and add titles and add a lower third, and where's your branding? And Olive, stay cool. Poodles are, Olive, come say hi to the people. They don't believe you exist. What are you looking at, Olive? Olive, what's the matter? Anyway, so, you know, when I got started with OBS, I added all these filters, and it was the filters that was causing the static. Yeah, the poodles are around. Olive, people don't believe in, Olive, why are you so jumpy? Can you guys see? Hey, there's a poodle. So, that's my story when it comes to OBS and optimizing your video. And let's try to, there we go. And then like that. Why does it look so wrong though? There we go. I know, because we moved it out. So gang, what's cracking? How are you doing? I want to hear about, how you're doing with your channels. We are, yeah, Alisa, if I freeze a little bit, it's my internet connection. Maybe I'll lower things a little bit. Hopefully it's not too bad and we'll just be able to make through it today a little bit, but it's the internet connection. It's what we got. We're doing the best we can. So guys, I want to know, tell me a little bit about what's going on with your channel. When I started thinking about doing a live stream on every Friday, I thought about calling it like your channel chat. The idea would be is we would talk about your channel, and I'd really love to hear how it's going for you and whatnot. So let's just see what some of the people are saying. And here's what's going to happen. And there's Elance Success. Nice to see you, my friend. And Turnip Gaming, I'm doing good. My latest video is at over 600 views in a week. Hey, Turnip Tiger Gaming, that is amazing. Good for you. And I will look at channels and whatnot, but for right now, let's just do Q&A. If you've got a question, that would be great. So if you've got questions, let's do that. And then we'll kick off channel reviews. We'll look at some different channels. I'll share my thoughts on those with you. How do I do a logo where a figure is boxing another figure? So when it comes to a logo, one of the things to think about is, this is another good prop. It's very small. The YouTube logo, also known as a profile picture, very, very small. So I think one of the best things to do is to keep it really simple and just have a solid background and maybe a few silhouettes or whatnot. And what I would do is play around with different apps. There are some tools online, or hire someone at Fiverr. And there are people that will create a great channel logo for you for $5. Fiverr.com. So you may want to check that out. Thankfully, I'm doing well, still growing. Excellent, Ben McFuzzy Lugs. So good to see you. Fantastic. Let's see what. Don't really care about if I grow or don't grow. That's awesome. Chiab. Challenging name. I do. I think most creators do. I think we all want to grow. But if you don't, then that's awesome. I think it's important, too, to really honor what we want to create as individual people. So that's pretty cool. Hey, Jen. Nice to see you. Where did Jen go? She said her second channel, which I think that's Jen's Adventures, is growing nicely. I love that. My views and retention rate is the highest it's ever been. Wow, that's excellent. So Me and These Curls is doing great with her retention, which is so helpful. Yellow seems to work well in standing out. It does. It does indeed. Yes, there's Jen's Adventures. Welcome, Jen's Adventures. I love that you're growing. Excellent. And Gord Eisman, who is a moderator, actually hit 1,000 subscribers just in the last few days. So exciting. And it's been a lot of fun for me because I've known Gord for a while. He has been in a few of my coaching programs, and it's been really great to see Gord move along. So well done. What's going on here? Hey, David, we're just talking about YouTube growth. We're talking about channels. We're going to do some channel reviews in the future. And right now, we're doing some Q&A. That's what's happening. MGTO Warrior says, what percentage of my videos views should come from notifications compared to other sources? Really good question. Here's what's up. I'm going to get a little bit comfortable. I've got my trusty sparkling water right here. There's no right or wrong answer when it comes to where your views are coming from. And every channel is different. Some channels get a lot of views from Reddit. Other channels don't get any views from Reddit. Some channels leverage Facebook. It's really based on how you're sharing, how you're leveraging the platform, and so on. You mentioned notifications compared to other sources. I do think it is important to pay attention to notifications, and you definitely want to see views coming in based on that. However, if you're not telling people to click on the bell notification, you probably won't see a lot of that. So that's one of my first tips, is make sure in your call to action that you do mention the subscribe call to action. You mention, subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you won't miss anything. And then from that point, what I would say is simply focus on growing the numbers. Pay attention to what's working, and over time you're going to see a trend. I can tell when a video is topical and my audience likes it based on the number of views and notifications. So definitely check that out. Hard to vlog on a daily basis. Lisa, I think it's incredibly challenging, without a question. To be able to vlog on a daily basis is absolutely, wow. It just, like, this week for me has been crazy. I published 2 videos to my own channel. I just wrapped up and uploaded a video that'll go live tomorrow on the Morning Fame channel. I had a live stream on Wednesday on the TubeBuddy channel, and I'm live streaming today on Friday, because here's what's going to happen. We should talk a little bit about this. Let's go to my channel so I can kind of see on my iPad. Yes, we are. It says we are live. I don't know why I can't get that darn schedule feature to work better, but it is what it is. I was mentioning about like notifications and whatnot. Yeah, I think I need to drop the bit rate a little bit. I also think it just might be based on my internet connection. I always have a bit of a drop, so hopefully that doesn't slow us down too much. But anyway, I think we're doing fine with the comments and whatnot. When I publish a video, I can absolutely see, through notifications, and I simply strive to improve those numbers. So I would do the same. There's no right or wrong or whatnot. Hard to vlog on a daily basis. Yes, absolutely. So Focus on Me says, I feel it's hard to vlog on a daily basis when my days are pretty much the same. I think, what we want to try to do is create a fun and entertaining story, and or focus on a subject. And if you want to grow, what I would say is think about, I just want to put this idea out there. You might like it, you might hate it, but think about focusing on a particular subject matter and do your vlogging that way. Maybe you're like a food vlogger and you go to restaurants. Maybe you cook. Maybe you're passionate about movies. Maybe you talk about movies. Maybe you're interested in health and fitness and you do vlogs and you talk about that. But if you want to grow, and this goes for everybody, when we come to YouTube, one of the things to consider is that people are going to subscribe for entertainment, or they're going to subscribe for information. And the entertainment is very challenging because what's entertaining to one person is not to another. And furthermore, our ability to edit, add music, do creative videos, to have good lighting. Like my lighting was off today for a second and then we fixed it. I struggled with my audio live. There's a lot to overcome, and all of those things degrade the video quality. And if it's only entertainment based, that's it, and it's going to be harder to get people to hang on. But if you're covering a subject that people are passionate for, they're going to stick around for your information. They're going to be more forgiving based on the information. Can you do a Draw My Life? Boy, that would be interesting. There's a lot of really interesting things about my life that you guys don't know. Maybe that would be something that I could talk about a little bit. Jay, I really am glad that you mentioned that, because you've put the bug in my head, and I'll definitely think about that. I love those videos. They're pretty cool. I'm getting better with the equipment, and I can do a nice voiceover, so I'll definitely keep it in mind. Hey, Saro, it's nice to see you. Saro is a Patreon. He's got a fantastic channel on dog training, and he's upping his views or his videos published to three a week. And Saro says, how many videos are good to have in the YouTube library? More. Always more. But one of the things to consider, and again, this is a great question, like, you know, how many videos do I need to have? Like, when do I start growing? My last video, I talked about the fact that it really takes a long time, and a lot of people don't talk about that, the time and investment it takes in order to create a library. But just because you're publishing the videos doesn't mean that you're going to take off. You're going to take off when people really love a particular video. When a particular video does well, it's going to drive views on a daily basis. The more of those videos you can publish, the better. So to answer your question, Saro, is just, you know, how many should be in the library? Is as many as you're able to publish, with also maintaining balance in your life. So strive to do a good job. Yes, more. Oh, you guys have been around for a while. So that's the idea, you know. And I want to say this because there's a camp of people that believe in more at almost a ridiculous rate. It's just about publishing, and they're absolutely sacrificing on quality. And I've seen a lot of channels really blow up, but if you're publishing more than one video a day, man, I would really... And here's the thing, like Evan Carmichael does this, but he's got a whole team behind him, right? He's got a team of people. He organizes them, and he's able to pull it off, and his videos are quality. I see other people that are creating very lackluster, average videos, and they're just relying on brute force and numbers. And I think what you want to do is focus on quality until you get to a point where you see that you're able to publish a video that people respond to, and then try to figure out, okay, how can I make more of those? How much do I need to invest? Can I cut down on my editing? Do I need to go this far? And just figure out the formula for creating a video that will really entice people to want to subscribe. And once you get there, then focus on how can I make maybe 2 of these a week? Or how can I make 3 or 4 of these a week? And that's a great way to go. Quality over quantity. Yeah, and you know, the algorithm rewards both, but if you don't have quality, it's just not going to matter. Hey, super user, nice to see you. Elisa says, I see that I'm ranking on my videos, but the topics are not a lot of what people are searching for. So the first thing I'll mention is just continue on. Because what happens is when we continue on and with the goal of creating videos that are well optimized, that are quality, that really deliver value, you know, and it's not for us to say. I don't get to say my videos add value to your life. No, see, you get to decide that. It's not up to me to decide. It's my job as a creator to try to improve my videos with the hopes that people do like them. But know this, that as you do that, and when you're going through the process, and I know you're doing this, Elisa, I know you're focused on your channel, you're looking at your artwork, you just redid your channel art, then over time is some of your videos, even if they're driving just a few views a day, they can really add up. I've shared this many times, and it's very challenging. It's very challenging on YouTube. Maybe we should talk about, yeah, unless you're Casey Neistat. And like Casey's the guy that can do it, right? And he wakes up at 4 in the morning and spends 5 hours editing, and then he starts his day job. Like, you know, I'm 51 years old. I don't have that energy anymore. I don't know if I ever did. But Elisa, so I just think it's important just to carry on and keep doing what you're doing. Because like I was saying, over time, when a video drives just a few views a day, it absolutely can blow up. Heck, let me show you, like, I want to show you guys, well, let me do this. What am I doing? Let's move this out of here. Hey, what's happening? I've got there's a lot going on here. I want to show you something here. Let me do this. I'd rather do this, I think, actually. So I just want to show you Alicia. One moment here, guys. So check out this video. And I didn't see this coming for 8 months. Again, here we go. Where is... views? There we go. Lifetime. This will actually be easier. If you notice this graph, if you notice the graph, notice that month after month, the video does probably about 4 to 8 views a day. And then all of a sudden on month 8, it doubles. It doubles to about 15 views a day. And then on month 9 or so, it starts to really take off. And that video is a good example of exactly what can happen. So do your best to try to move forward and just continue publishing, because what happens is you may think it's not working when in fact it's absolutely working, but the algorithm really rewards videos very slowly, right? The algorithm rewards videos slowly over time. So hang in there. And I saw, let's do this. Barbarian Philosopher Podcast, thank you so much for the $5 holler super chat. Really appreciate the you taking the time to find, make it happen. Credit card, you push the button, you gave me $5. That means an awful lot. Thank you so much. I love to hear that your channel is taking off. Gord Eisman, don't judge your work by views. The guy that... Gord, I know, it's right. It's so easy to give that advice, but it's hard to live it, isn't it? Hey, Christy, it's nice to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Doing it with Jason, welcome. How many channel tags do you guys recommend? I'll take a stab at that, Jason. For me, the channel tags don't mean a lot. And I don't think they really are going to help us show up for our channel in a search. I think it's more dependent on the library of videos that we publish. That being said, oh my goodness, there's Costume CEO. Thank you so much. $10 super chat. Holy smokes. Wow, that just means the world to me. Thank you so much. Guys, can we get a little shout out for Costume CEO? And I want to think it's company, but what does it stand for again? It's not, it's, oh, thank you, my friend. I love that you changed your name to that. I do think it's easier to pronounce and whatnot. Hey, Margaret. Texas Gal Treasures, a.k.a. Margaret. Welcome. Nice to see you. And in pure Brian G. Johnson fashion, we started the stream, and the filters on my Logitech. If you guys, Costume CEO, you would have enjoyed it because I look like I was in a costume. But we fixed it, And Adventures in Wet Shaving, welcome, my friend. Christy says, woohoo, fingers crossed for both of us. I'd love to grow right now, but I really want to make videos I'm proud of. I hate my first ones already. Christy, isn't that interesting? And isn't it interesting that at the time you were probably pretty excited? And isn't it interesting that at the time, I bet you were like, I sure hope I get views, and these are good videos. And it takes a little bit of time to be able to see clearly. Yeah, you should see some of my crazy videos. But you know what? It's just part of the process. Yeah, I know you did it on my suggestion, Costume CEO. Chiba Gaming, I appreciate that you're here, and that's plenty enough. Hey, Magic Taco is also in the house. I just started posting from monthly to weekly thanks to your advice. Yeah, absolutely. That is fantastic. I think any less than one video a week is really challenging to grow. I think it's very possible to grow a huge channel, and I don't think you have to publish, 3 or 4 or 5 times a week. I think just one is enough. But I think if you drop below that, I think at that point it is going to be more challenging. But that being said, I have seen channels that publish 1 or 2 videos a month and they have blown up because the quality is so high. Yeah, learning to fall in love with the process. I think when we can really do that, when we fall in love with the process of being a YouTube creator, when we can find joy and pleasure in trying to improve, in learning how to edit, in editing to the beat, man, I love that. The kinetic editing, or adding a filter to make the picture look better, or maybe adding some cool lights, or fixing your picture shelf and honoring Prince and David Bowie and expressing ourselves as artists. I mean, yeah, we kind of are, right? I mean, we get to express ourselves in an artistic way and at the same time make money. I mean, wow, that's amazing that we can do that as YouTube creators. Affiliate Marketing MC. Yo, what's up? Good to see you, Marcus. I think we all go through the slump, brother. Like, I just came out of one too. And I think, I kind of wanted to talk about this a little bit. I think YouTube, and I've talked about this before, but here we go. I think YouTube does something to our mind. I think it's so gamified. And I think the more you do it, the more you focus on the views, the more we focus on gaining subscribers. And I think over time, that just takes a toll. And I've really been taking a stance at the fact that this should be for fun. Like, there's money to be made for sure. Tranquil Geo, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate you. Like I was saying, when we just strictly chase the numbers, and when our mind is so dominated by more views, more subscribers, it takes the pleasure away. And I think when we can look at things in the big picture, it's still important to grow. On the polar opposite is, I saw Tim Schmoyer release a great video, and I love what he had to say. But what he had to say at the same time, I'm not sure. I think his perspective is unique. And he said, I'm not in it for the subscribers and the views. I don't care about views. And it's easy to say that when you have over 300,000 subscribers, right? I mean, sure, it's easier to say that. Furthermore, his business is to a degree dependent on views and subscribers. I don't think he'd have the level of success if he didn't have a bigger subscriber base. I really like Tim. I've learned so much from Tim. When I started on my channel, I watched a lot of the videos from Tim, and I found him very helpful. But, I think you get further down the line with YouTube, you get to a point where you feel like, okay, I've made it. And I feel at that point, some of the pressure probably comes off. I don't feel like that yet. I really want that silver play button. And again, this kind of goes to the whole talk of thinking about the big picture. And for me, views are critical too. And showing that my channel is growing is critical too, or people wouldn't hire me. I wouldn't have gotten the deal with Nico at Morning Fame. I wouldn't have coaching clients and so on. But at the same time, it's finding that balance. So And Corbin Connection Comedy says, I love YouTube. I love YouTube too. Absolutely. The Bitter Bolt in the house. So any tips on live streaming? I absolutely love that you asked this question. Absolutely. The biggest thing you can do is to really engage the audience. And it takes effort and it takes work. But like, I'm doing my best to call people out, say hello. I'm doing my best to really honor those people that have sent me a super chat. I'm doing my best to include everyone in this live stream. Now, I'm sure there's someone thinking, you haven't called out my name yet. Call out my name. Obviously, what's challenging about that in this is there's one of me, and I don't know how many people are here in the chat right now, but I would guess between 30, 40. How many people are here? Guys, just drop me a number. I'm curious. I could go to that other page, but, or maybe, there we go, 63. 63. So, you know, like I was saying on the live streaming, how do you do great live streaming? So that's where the process really begins. 54, 54, 58. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. So let me get back, like I said, to the live streaming question. So that's the most important thing. And the other thing to think about is, just like I mentioned earlier, people show up for entertainment or information. And I think it's important as creators to really understand what you're trying to deliver. So for me, I want to deliver entertainment and fun. I want you to feel like we can hang out and chat, and there's a lot of pleasure in chatting online. At the same time, I want to deliver information, and that's what's most important. I believe for me, people show up to this channel, they watch my videos for the information I share. So I try to put that front and center. What you want to do, whether you're publishing a video or live streaming, is to really understand, you know, what is it that, how is it that you deliver that value, and then to focus on that and improve that. One Shot Girl. If you want to know how to be a great live streamer, watch One Shot Girl. If you just search YouTube for One Shot Girl, she'll come up. She is so amazing. Now, she's a gamer, and I play games, you know. I can go for 6 months without any gaming, and then I might, you know, play every day for half an hour, 2 hours a day. Lately, it's been less because I've been pretty busy. But she does such a great job in having fun and creating a fun, entertaining stream. And the way she interacts with her audience is spectacular, so pay attention to that. YouTube just took a very hard stance on monetization. Whack-a-mole, welcome to the live stream. You know, yes, they absolutely did. And let's talk about this a little bit. Monetization, hard stance. It's been like this now for 6 months. Like, there's been tweaks and changes. There was the whole adpocalypse. There was the whole thing where all the advertisers bailed. They took their money away. They didn't like what they were seeing. And then slowly they started coming back. And I kind of figured a lot of them would come back. And then we started having this this stance on swearing, on what is advertiser friendly. And, you know, here's what's up. It's really hard when I see a video is not eligible for monetization. So I'm going to be controversial in what I say, but hear me out. And I see both sides of the coin here, because I just published a video yesterday, and it's like I spent a lot of time filming and editing and adding the music and working on my thumbnail. We all do. And I'm all ready to go. The evening before, everything is set, and I'm excited because I'm thinking, well, this is great. I've got a video. It's going to go out first thing in the morning. It's going to get some views. And then I notice that it is not eligible for monetization. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, it's a video about misinformation on YouTube. There's no swearing. It's pretty, and YouTube agreed with me. Their robot flagged it. I asked for a review, and I got the review, and the review came after I got 1,000 views, and now the video is going to get 1,000 views in 3 months. So you know what? I want to say that was really disappointing, but I'm going to be honest and share how I really think. It's important that YouTube honors the advertisers, because if they're not satisfied, they leave, just like they did before. And at the end of the day, I am confident that YouTube's going to make improvements, and there's always going to be ups and downs. There's always going to be bumps in the road. So, you know, it's disappointing, but at the same time, like, if YouTube doesn't protect the advertisers, they're not going to be around anyway. So that's one of the things to think about. The other thing to think about, too, is that right now, we are live streaming. We have 57 people watching this live stream. And you are the core audience. You are the people that show up. You watch my videos, and I so appreciate that. I'm so grateful for that. And now stick with me, because this is very exciting, okay? Over the last year, YouTube is moving forward with a lot of different ways to monetize. And at the core, at the center of that, hey, Bobcat Guy, good to see you, my friend. At the center of that monetization, YouTube is really looking towards live streaming. Not too long ago, Super Chat became a thing. And I was like, yes, Super Chat. And right now in this live stream, for instance, this live stream has generated $5, $10, $20, $25. Okay, $25. That is twice the amount of money I make in a week. I don't like math, everybody. But the bottom line is this, is that YouTube is really focusing on allowing the audience to decide if a creator should get a payment. You have the opportunity to super chat me like some of you have. Thank you so much. They just rolled out sponsorship for gaming. And you know what? Here's what's up. They are also testing that out for other channels. $4.95 a month, $5 a month. You know what? Is there any chance that here in this live stream, people will want to become sponsors, so I'm more likely to answer their questions, so I'm more likely to address their concerns? Absolutely. I've got a Patreon, and when my Patreons ask, hey, are you going to do reviews? Yeah, and I'm going to honor Patreons first because they paid me. So understand that while advertisers can take their money away, when you live stream, when you build an audience, you have an opportunity to earn money in that route too. And this is the second way at which YouTube has introduced a new type of monetization that it wasn't even there 9 months ago, 6 months ago. Super Chat's new. It just came out like, what, 4, 5, 6 months ago? And now we have sponsorship. This is the path. And this is a way in which we can build our business. So with that, what can you do? What I would say to that is really focus on developing your skills as a video creator. And once you've done that, once you start publishing videos that people like, at that point, then focus your skills on live streaming and learn both skill set. So you can show up and you can hang out with your audience. They love it. They want to connect with you. And at the same time, some of them may pay you, which is fantastic. I see some people that are like live streaming. You can certainly build a channel in that regard, but I personally see the path that I've chosen. What I believe in is doing both videos, a few videos a week, and a live stream. Very powerful. How do you get sponsors? So the Bike Warrior, you've got to have 1,000 subscribers, number one. And number two is when you live stream, people have the opportunity, if you're a gamer and you've signed up for the program and you've turned on the feature, they have a simple opportunity. Basically, in the chat, you've got the little icon with the $sign. There's another icon down there. It says sponsor, and they click that and you're good to go. So there's one more part I feel it's my duty to share with you. And again, it's not super popular. Most people that show up to this kind of channel, they're like, how do I get the views? How do I get the views? How do I get the money? Money, money, money. You can't monetize zero, right? Like if you're like, oh, that sucks. I have 500 subscribers. I don't get anything. You know what? With 500 subscribers, you're probably not going to have a lot of sponsors anyway. It takes a certain channel size. So what I think makes a lot of sense is focus on the cut is not 50-50. It's 70% for the creator, 30% for YouTube. 70% the creator, 30% for YouTube. So like I was saying, when I started out, I didn't do any monetization at all. Because it's like, what's the point? What's the point of taking the time mentally to turn ads on, to do all the stuff, to spend all the time, and then you make half of a cent in 2 weeks, which is like the ad rates are very low. It takes a lot. It takes millions of views to make serious money. You know, sure, there are differences depending on the type of content you publish, whether you get top tier ads, whether you're stuck in the auction ads. But at the end of the day, you've got to have a sizable subscriber base, and not just sizable, but they have to be active. They have to be watching. They have to be showing up, and then you're going to make money. So when I started out, for 8 months, I really didn't send anybody off of YouTube ever. I didn't turn on ads because I was just so focused on figuring out how to publish great videos to grow my channel. Because it wouldn't matter. Like, here's what's up. At the end of the day, for me, making $40 a month on YouTube, who cares? It's not enough. It doesn't move the needle for me. 40 bucks isn't enough. I want to make 4,000. I want to make 40,000 a month. And in order to do that, I've got to build a big audience. So I focused on that first. Tranquil Geo, thank you so much again for the super chat, the $5 holler, Costume Company, Costume CO. Oh my goodness, I can't remember the other words, and I'm tired. It's been a busy week. Barbarian Philosophy, thank you so much. Grandpa's Place, kicking it off. Thank you so much. And I don't know if you guys can hear it, but my voice is getting a little sore. We're going to do some channel reviews in a bit here, so we'll definitely get to that very soon. Why do you use cameras and mics? What do I use? Probably what do I use? So I use a bunch of different things. Sometimes I film on this. This is a Sony RX100. I use, I've got a Sony A6300. I also have a 70D. And I edit on Final Cut Pro. The editing software that you get, if it's on a desktop, get the one that you feel most comfortable with. If you haven't used any of them, I would say do what you can to try to get to a higher tier, because you've got more options. You've got, like with Final Cut Pro, now that's only Mac, but I can add... Oh, Zag, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate it. If you can spend a bit more on your editing software, it's possible to add plugins to your software. I've got a number of plugins for color correction, kinetic text, titles, look, and whatnot. A lot of them I don't use, and I just bought a bunch of stuff when I started, but I love that. The other thing is they're more feature rich. So if you spend $100, or instead you could have spent $200, I would spend the $200 and get something that's full featured, has a lot of options to it. Beanie Draws. I make double that, but you can't really pay rent and bills on $100 a month. No, you can't. Exactly. And that's why for me, when I started, I really focused on audience growth. And it's challenging. $4,000 a month would mean you could go full-time on YouTube. Yeah, exactly. I think right around there is probably, man, you're not like living in a lush fancy house or anything, but you could do it, right? And you would be your own boss, and that would be amazing. And Marcus, I saw that you were on the Nick Nimmin and Owen a podcast the other day, videocast. That was awesome to see. And I love that you're on YouTube, dude. And I love that we've reconnected, and we've known each other for a while now. So, you know, you were mentioning the slump. I think we just all go through that, you know. Hey, Epic Top 10, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy the videos, my friend. And you know what I love? I feel like I'm just still getting started. And this is really what a lot of people, this scares them. But I feel like I'm just getting started because I feel like my first couple hundred videos, can you imagine? A couple hundred videos, and they weren't quite there, right? They weren't quite optimized and dialed in, but I'm getting closer. I'm making the improvements and so on. How do you get rid of echo? Do you guys have echo? Do I have echo? The way you get rid of it is you dampen the sound. So the first thing you can do is get closer to your mic. The closer you get to the mic, the better. I actually published a video. The person that was asking, Sean, jump on my channel and watch a video on how to improve the audio of a Blue Yeti mic. Now you're thinking, I don't have a Blue Yeti. But if you want to know the truth, and since you're here, I feel like I should share this. Many of the tips that I share work exactly the same no matter what kind of mic you have. It's just really getting the mic closer, understanding about like vibrations, the position of the microphone, and so on. Hey, Lisa, are you a sponsor or are you a Patreon? Because the first, I'm going to do some Patreon channel reviews. Those are the people that pay me. It wouldn't be cool if I didn't honor their patronage. So I'm going to do that right now, Lisa. $4,000 a month would suit me fine. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and let's do this. So who is a patron? Oh, there we go. There, and Elisa, I know. I hope I'm saying your name right, my friend. And go to channel. I love it that it pops up. You know what's really cool when you have two monitors for live streaming is that I've got my chat. Okay, so we're gonna review Elisa's channel in just a moment. I've got it up here, and she is a Patreon. And, you know, for those of you that, hey, Jeff is here. Jeff, it's good to see you, my friend. And Everyday Tech as well. Here's what's up, guys. I'm going to get to all of your channels. We're going to do this every week. So I'm not going to get to everybody's channel today. I'm going to do one Patreon channel. I'll do some other people's channels. But I will get to all of your channels in the next few weeks. So it's all good for sure. And obviously, if I've reviewed your channel once, then I probably won't review your channel again in the future. I hope that makes sense. Do I need good equipment for YouTube? Yeah, you do. But is it necessary? No. What does that exactly mean? It means that if you start right now, if you start putting in the effort, if you learn how to use what you have, you're going to be at a huge advantage because you're going to learn how to dial in your message, how to talk in front of the camera, how to share your message in a way that really is amplified so people take action. And you don't need that. You don't need fancy equipment to do that. So start right now. Focus on the big picture. Don't spend all the money on a camera. Get a good editing software, get a camera, get a mic, and you're good to go. Okay, gang, let's do this. And let's transition. So, Elisa, thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. And I want to, before I even jump in, what I really want to do is I really want to give you words of encouragement, because I absolutely love the fact that you're continuing day after day to focus on YouTube, to move forward and to try to improve, to take the steps just like me. And it's never perfect with me, it's just, I'm learning, but in the face of it, I'm still growing. So well done with that, my friend. I think your channel banner is beautiful. That being said, I think this text is a little small. I think maybe if you moved yourself over to the right a little bit, so in this area here where my cursor is, if you moved you over a little bit, you could maybe increase the size here. Spiritual enrichment, mental and physical health. I love the tagline. It's short, it's sweet. I know right away. This is about spiritual enrichment. It's both physical and mental health. I totally dig it. I would try to optimize things so this is a little bigger and it stands out a little more. And again, I think if we just move everything a bit over to the right, we can do that. You don't want to go too far because obviously it's going to get cut off. So the next thing is if we scroll down, I'm just bouncing around, taking a look at what's happening here. Give me one moment, guys. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm thinking. I'm processing. So my question for some of these videos is, can you, and I don't know this niche, Elisa, so I'll ask you, but can you do a good job in ensuring that this is something that people are actively searching for? Like how to make God the first priority. If I come here to YouTube and I don't know exactly like what kind of keywords might show up, but let's do this. Here we go. So when I looked at this video, how to make God the first priority, the thing that I see here is God in priority, right? So I'm like, well, what would be a keyword phrase? So when I came in and started typing this, I see God's priorities or prioritizing God. So one of the things to consider is, are you really, before you publish, are you coming to YouTube to understand what people that are in your target market, what they are interested in when it comes to these videos? And I didn't even say that right. Let me start again. What are they searching? What are the words that they stick right here? God's priorities. This is something I am willing to change anything. So again, one of the things is every time when I begin with a video, the first thing I have is an idea, and I start by collecting just some bullet points on the overall flow of my video. Like if I'm going to cover how to create a video, it might be make sure your lighting is good, what you need to edit, making sure to look directly into the camera lens, and I'm just going to create these bullet points. And very soon in the process, Elisa, I'm going to say to myself, what would somebody search for to find this kind of a AZ Gamers? I'm going to really focus on this, and then later we'll see about reviews. So the more you can really think in the manner in which those people in your target market are thinking and what kind of keywords they're typing in, the better. So my thinking is, I'm guessing, and you know the niche better than I do, but one of the things I found is God, prioritizing God. So like maybe you start out this this video title with prioritizing God. And maybe another phrase would be spiritual principles. So I was thinking of priorities, but again, could this be something that relates to your video? I think it's connected. I think it relates. And this is the process I go through. So one of the things I do is I keep all my video ideas in an app. I use the Apple Notes app. And as I'm thinking of possible video titles, I will put that down on the description. In fact, I want to see if I can do this. Let me see if I do notes. Let's see if we can break something. And where are notes? Import to notes, edit notes. I want to pull them in from, you can't see them here, but basically I have them stored in the iCloud, so I can add a note to my phone. I can add a note to my iPad. They're always there, and that's where I do my work. So really think as you're creating your videos, you know, what are people searching? And you really want to do that. Now, I know you said I've been doing that. I know you said you've been doing that, and the searches are low. And the fact of the matter is, when it comes to YouTube, the big channels drive views through suggested videos. And I know you know that, and you've asked, like, how can I get to suggested? And the way you're going to get to suggested is to make great videos, and people are going to really like them, and they're going to start watching multiple videos from your channel. And when that happens, at that point, then things really begin to take off. So let's see how often you're uploading here. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 6 days ago, a week ago. So it looks to me like you're uploading between 2 and 4 times a week, and that's really fantastic. And what I would say is really be conscious of what you could improve in your videos to get better results. And if you're not if you're not sure, then ask someone in the Patreonage. Ask me. In the Patreon, post, hey, you know, what do you think I can do to improve my videos? Ask other people in the Tube Ritual group, what do you think I can do to improve my videos? And when we're honest and open with where we're at, with our ability to create engaging videos, it's going to help us to move forward and get great results. So I think how often you're publishing is great. What I would do if I were you is instead of publishing 4 times a week, I would spend more time on fewer videos. For the next month, why don't you see what you can do to improve your videos, and instead of like thinking you need to spend more time, instead of publishing 4 videos, publish 2. And with the goal being that I want to make the best videos I can, and I want to get there in the next 4 or 5 weeks. So move forward in that regard, and I bet you absolutely your videos will improve. As far as your thumbnails, your thumbnail game is pretty good, except for, like, let's talk about them. Like, some of them are good. Like junk food, this one is excellent. Like, there's something going in your mouth. There's an arrow So that's good. But this one is just, I don't know what it means, right? And one of the things I would do is the meaning of minimalism. So what I would do in this case is I would have minimalism as a word in the thumbnail, and I would have one big question mark. And what I would also do is I would scooch you over a little bit to the left so there's more room for the text, because minimalism is a long word. And you see this space here where my thumbnail or where my cursor is? You could move you over and it would open up a lot of space. 2 videos would not stunt my growth. Well, think about this, is that I don't think it's going to really stunt your growth. No. And furthermore, if you publish a great video that totally takes off, like, that's going to help you far more in the future. And not only that, it's not just about like what's going to happen in the next month. If you take the time to spend more time editing, if you take the time to really, when you're in front of the camera, like how much time do you spend? Do you just film anything? Like for me, I'm just going to share how I do it. I will repeat some lines 4 or 5 times until I feel like, hey, that had energy. I came across pretty strong, awesome, good job. And then I go on to the next one. So that means I might film 2 videos and it might take me 3 hours, 3 hours in front of the camera, which is like I'm exhausted afterwards. But when you do that, what happens is you're going to raise your entire game up, not over the next month, but you're going to raise your game up over every video you publish when you get to the end of that 30 days. So I would really think about that, and rather than, okay, let's talk about that next. The best time to publish. When you've got a channel that's growing, one of the things to consider is the best time to publish is when everybody is awake. So I published my video yesterday morning, and I want to show you the impact this has. And we'll come back, and I'm going to really continue on Elisa's channel review here and give her some feedback. So let's see if I still can kind of... there it is. Excellent. So let me come back here and get me on the camera here. So I want you to take a look at this right here. You see that nice jump in views? And notice how that it continued for a good 15 hours. Why? How did that work? Well, what happened was I published the video when most of my audience would be awake. So for me, that means I would post my video at like 5 a.m. Eastern time in the United States. And that means that the video has literally like 15 hours for those people that are subscribed to my channel, for those people to find it. If I publish at 5 o'clock at night, then, basically my entire audience is going to bed anywhere from 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours, to maybe 6 or 7 hours. So I think the best time to publish is very, very early in the morning, where your biggest market demographic is. So in other words, if most of your viewers are in the United States, it would be 4 or 5 in the morning, East Coast. And someone said that, yo, Shane, what's up? Beanie Draws, welcome. So something to think about, and let's go back to display capture. I think that is when is best to publish. Okay, I love that you share your entire story, like the weight loss story. That is so powerful. It's so motivational. And I love the thumbnails. I love the simplicity. I think you're doing a pretty good job. We talked about like how to improve, and like this thumbnail right here needs a little more. I don't quite know what this is, and figure, what if people don't read the text? That's something to consider for sure. Be you. One of the things that I would do too is, so we talked about really focused on improving the quality of your videos and maybe spending a little bit more time on fewer videos for a month and just see how that feels. I don't think it's going to hurt your growth overall. I really don't. I don't see that as something that's going to really crush you overall. The other thing I would do is, let's go back to your channel here. Okay, so the other thing I would do is I would look at some of these topics, and here's what I would do. Let's talk about spirituality, okay? Christ, Christian. I would really start here, and I would do this and find videos based on exact keywords and make these kind of videos. And I don't even know what to... Let me try to figure some stuff out here. Prioritizing God. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Prioritizing God. Okay, you made a video on that. And now let's search for it. There you go. You're number one. If I were you, this is exactly what I'm talking about. What I would do is I would go through YouTube and really try to identify tons of keyword phrases and make a list of 25 you're interested in. Then go to other channels in your niche and really identify what kind of videos are driving the most views. I've shared how to do that. How you do that is this, my friend. You go to a channel, okay? You come to videos, and then you sort by most popular, and take a look at what these other channels that are similar to yours have published, and then look for an exact keyword phrase. And yeah, I get what you're saying, like, but you know, this keyword phrase and some of the other keyword phrases, they don't have much search volume. But if the video takes off, if the audience retention is high, if people like it, it's going to show up in suggested videos, and then you're going to really do well. And this is why it makes sense to slow down, make fewer videos for a while, and then move forward. So, Elisa, I hope you found this video review to be helpful. And again, feel free to ask questions in Patreon. This is for every single Patreon that's watching right now. You know, that is our site. If you've got questions, ask in the Patreon. Ask for other members to support. Ask for their feedback. Ask what's working. What am I doing right? And so on. Yeah, you know, Pavi, welcome. Good to see you. Let me jump back here. So, Pavi, nice to see you. Here's what's up. You mentioned, like, wow, as soon as my video is done, I want to upload. Absolutely. It takes patience. For me, sticking on a schedule, I'm Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's my schedule right now. And part of me is like, well, what if I want to publish this Sunday? Well, maybe I'll do that, but I really want to pay honor to Tuesday, Thursday, and if I can, I want to upload first thing on Tuesday morning. And I think it's something that we want to focus on, right? I mean, take the time to what's the word? Like, make the decision that's going to help your channel. It's hard. It takes I can't think of the word because I'm tired, but I hope you get where I'm going. Yeah, we all want to publish right away. I'm so excited. Look at the thing I just made. But you know what? Like, you saw that huge surge, and then the views just kind of tapered. And My most successful video, the video that drove the most views in 3 days, was a video that I really worked on. I edited well. I spent a little extra time on it. I made a good thumbnail. I really focused on the keyword research, and then I published it at 4:30 in the morning Eastern, and it drove amazing results. It takes kind of patience, but still that's not the word. What time do you publish? Every time you say the time, the video... Oh, what time? In the morning. First thing in the morning. Yes, in the morning. First thing in the morning. Discipline. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Christy, thank you. Good to see you, and I'll see you next week, my friend. Okay, gang, let's do another channel review. And here's the thing. You know, those people that have been hanging out, those people that super chat, those people that I know, those people that comment on my channel, those are the ones that I'm going to want to spend time and review. And I know, like AZG Gaming, you're like, can I please have a channel review? Like, stick around, comment on my videos, participate, get in the community, and then absolutely. So, Magic Milk, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, Magic Milk, let's do your channel review for sure. All right, gang. All right, hang on. Stay cool. Let's transition here. Whoa, jeez. I see what you did there, buddy. Okay, let's transition this. Okay, so Magic Milk. Call of Duty World War II multiplayer funny moments compilation. Okay. Call of Duty fun. Remastered Call of Duty 4 fun. I'm looking at your titles. I am looking at your channel overall. So first things first, let's talk about your channel art. I like your channel name, but I don't get what it's about. I get the hook on the 2%, like join the 2% today. And that's entertainment. It's entertaining. It could be to the right individual. But what I'm seeing is you're creating gameplay video. We'll talk more about that in a minute. And what I would do is I would create a tagline here or a value proposition that really highlights what your channel is about. Like, people aren't going to get the 2% thing, or they're not going to care. But if you can say, hey, Call of Duty gameplay, shooter games, becoming a better gamer, something to that degree. And the other thing I would say is this, okay? This is a super crowded market, and don't let that stop you for a minute. Don't think I'm going to say, oh, so it's going to be hard, because you know what? You have an opportunity to ride one of the most amazing niches on YouTube. And here's why. Because you can hop on a new game when there's very few videos, and I could say PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and you might go, oh, really? Like, it's been out for a while? Yes, but it just came out 6 months ago. And right now, Destiny 2 just came out 6 weeks ago. And in a month from now, there's going to be another new game. And what you can do, and what I would recommend, is instead of creating these gameplay videos, is to focus on what people are trying to figure out. Like I said earlier, because here's what's up. Like, people subscribe based on value. They get value A through entertainment, or they get value through information. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's open up a new tab for YouTube. And I talk about this all the time, but when I do the channel reviews, when I look, I see the same kind of stuff. If you want to grow, why not do it the easy way? And here's what's up. There's stuff we want to do, there's stuff we don't want to do, and at the end of the day, you have to really weigh out how bad do you want to grow. If you want to grow bad enough, you're going to do what it takes. You're going to take effort. You're going to spend the time. Again, you're going to do whatever it takes to grow. So if I come in and I search for player unknowns battlegrounds. So first you see tips, trailers, funny moments. You're doing a lot of this, super competitive and so on. But let me show you the easy way. First we search for this, then we come in and we go space and then A. Now watch what happens. That's just A. All weapons, airsoft, Android, aiming, animation. And what if I go AA? It's even more searches in B and C. I mean, it's crazy. What if I go B and then C? And here's what I want to show you, okay? Player unknowns battleground crates. Okay, create a video where you open crates. If you're like, well, I do a Call of Duty too. It's the same darn thing. It's always the same in these games. You come in here and you go A, and I haven't looked at this, and I know what's going to happen. All guns, all weapons. Make a video about all the weapons in World War II Call of Duty. Make a video about assault rifles. And this is what this takes. And most video creators are not willing to do this. But if you look at Jack Frags, he does. If you look at Level Cap Gaming, he does. What they do is they'll go and they'll make a video about this very thing. So I'm looking at Call of Duty World War II assault rifle. So what I did when I was a gamer for a moment, I played Let's Be Gamer, and this is what I did. I would go into my game, I would find the search term, and I would record footage of just that thing. See, what most gamers do is they hit the record button, they take some footage, and they make something. What I do first is I start with what people are searching for, and I'm like, Call of Duty, World War II, assault rifle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe film 5 different segments talking about the assault rifle. I'm going to take that footage, I'm going to do a voiceover, I'm going to publish it. And if you do that, I truly believe you're going to be able to create videos that more people deem valuable. And in the process, I believe you're going to be able to grow at a faster rate. And again, I want to show you here, like if we go through the alphabet, it's always the same. Best guns. Don't do beta. It's all over now. But best guns. And how about C? Campaign, classes. Make a video, talk about the classes. Make a video, talk about what the deluxe edition is going to be versus the regular edition. What is this? Is that a channel name? I don't know. This is how I think. Before I started a channel, I went through that player unknowns, right? So it's like player unknowns, but right there. And I like went through the entire alphabet, A, B, C, D, and I made that list of 25 potential videos based on exact keyword phrases. And this is really what I would recommend for your channel, my friend. And here's the thing. When you do that, you're going to be able to then create a playlist based on the game you're playing. So I clicked on videos. Let's go to playlists. Fun with friends, random, nerds gone wild. So I see you're making videos about Call of Duty World War II. Make a playlist and then feature those videos. And then, like I said, Magic Milk. I like your name. I like your name. It sounds fun. I heard sound effects in that 1 second that I listened to your clip. And what I want you to think about is this. I would really make these changes now. You asked for a review. I don't want to be hard on you, but I'm going to press you. Like, make the changes to your channel art. Create a tagline that helps people understand. What is it? What the heck is a 2% thing? Like, I get it. It's creative. It's fun, but most people aren't going to look a second time. They're not going to they're not going to come here and think about it. What is the 2%? Like if they watch this video and you're like, you know, the best shooter games on the planet or whatnot. And here's the thing, you can do it. You don't have to be Jack Frags. You don't have to be level cap. You don't have to go on a 20 kill winning streak. If you can simply show and highlight what the assault weapon is, I think you'll find it helpful. I hope you're finding this helpful, my friend. If you want to grow, this is what I do. So I only know how to share, you know, what I know how to share. The other thing is let's just take a look at, so you mentioned these kind of thumbnails as like you want to stick with these. I'm hesitant, and here's why. Like here you've got Battlefield 1, and I think that's awesome. But here, like when I see this, okay, you've got WW2, so World War II. So that's helpful. But this picture, like put a picture from the game in there. You want to make it easy for people in your target market to connect with the video. Like if someone's searching for multiplayer funny moments, you want them to see something they recognize and they understand. They're going to gravitate towards that. They already know it. They're familiar with it. So while this face is fun, I would instead go with something that looks the part and so on. Here with Battlefield 1, you did that, and I think that's great. Here you've got COD 4 funny moments, but then you've got Batman. So I would, again, really try to pay honor to the information and pay honor to the viewer and what they want. Okay, gang. So, yeah, what do you think, my friend? Was this helpful? You've gone quiet. I don't know. Maybe you didn't want to review. Maybe this was a hard pill to swallow. But, you know, here's what's up. We all have the opportunity to grow, to make changes, and to move forward. And it's not easy. It takes a lot of time. And one of the things to consider is that, you know, when I came to YouTube about 1.5 years ago, I didn't have a lot of skills and abilities with these fancy cameras and DSLRs. I'd never spent money on fancy editing. I didn't understand lighting, but I've slowly learned all of it. But what I did come to the table with is an understanding of how people think, understanding of how people search. I started with Google SEO, and I've leveraged that to be able to grow. And if you can do this, what it really requires is this. And it's the thing most gamers and most YouTubers aren't willing to do, but something to think about. Something to think about. Instead of being a gamer, be a YouTube creator. Create great videos. Focus on creating great videos. And your topic is Call of Duty World War II. And you go into the game to record footage, and it's hard. Like I'd be like, you started to play. No, you need to get this footage. And then I would like leave the game to go make the video. That's not what most gamers want to do. They want to like make their, play their game, get some footage, upload videos, and make a boatload of money. But in reality, that's not what the big YouTubers do. It's not. I don't see Jack Frags doing that. I see Jack Frags doing great commentary. I see him really going into depth about the game. I see the great gamers covering the games that we love to play. Okay, gang. I have got a client call in 15 minutes. My voice is going pretty hoarse. I see a lot of you guys want reviews. Look, I'm going to be doing this every Friday. I'll be around. Stop by next Friday. If you want to be prioritized, you do have the option of checking out the Patreon. That's a great option. And by the way, it's not just you get a review here without super chatting. You get my feedback. You also get the books I have and more. There's a link for the Patreon in the description. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really enjoyed spending time. I hope you guys found this helpful. Yes, I need some tea. I need a little rest. It's been a really busy week, but you know, it feels good. It's Friday. I've got one more commitment for the business week, and then it's next week again, back at it. So I'll see you guys soon. High five. Poof. Pixie dust. We'll see you next time.